Here I am for another edition in the series of Two Tip Tuesdays. Yes, it's actually Tuesday today, and I do these every Tuesday. No, this is the third Two Tip Tuesday I've done in 3 years, so take it as it is. I'm not very frequent. I got an issue though, and I haven't quite solved it, but it's a tip for you that I think deserves some mention. The issue that I'm having is I'm currently working on a project in the shop to complete our house renovation, and this is a wet bar. And part of the process, a new process to me, is that I am using resin. Yep, a true woodworker using resin. I know, plastic is not wood. However, I think it looks kind of cool, and I've gotten to the point where I'm just putting the finish on. Now the finish that I'm using is Osmo, which is also a first time thing for me, so far I'm loving it. Here's the issue that I had. So I got 4 doors that are going to be on the front of the cabinet. I had 2 of them all ready to go. I sanded, completed all the machining and everything. I didn't have enough time to finish the other 2 before I went back and did a tour with the ambulance service. Now, I didn't want any movement in the wood, so I knew I had to seal it. And my Osmo hadn't shown up yet. So what I did was I sealed it with white shellac. Now, I'm told that white shellac can go under anything and it can go over anything. And this is actually a sealer. Here's where I'm running into the issues, is that the first 2 panels without any shellac on it, the Osmo went on beautifully. I love it, 3 coats, it's gorgeous. The issue that I'm having is that I am 2 coats into putting it over top of the shellac, and I'm having issues. The finish is still soft. I've still got wet marks. I've got some staining. I got all kinds of issues. And it's kind of weird because on the first panel, you can see water staining and you can see wet spots, and it's really, really tacky. Now these both had 2 coats put on them, and I am putting 3 coats on. It was interesting though that one of the panels, it actually doesn't have any of that staining, and it's actually not bad. Now, if I compare this panel to the panels that I've got 3 coats on, this does feel a little tacky to the touch. I think that'll eventually go away. But if we compare it to the second one that also has 2 coats, it's not coming out as nice. I don't understand why. They were both treated equally. So what I tried to do with this panel is I actually turned it over on the back side. Now these are going to be drawer fronts, so you're not actually going to see it. I took a little bit of methyl hydrate, especially to some of the spots that were really glossy, and just a light dampness on a rag, and gave it a wipe, and it really destroyed the finish. It went all soft and gooey. It turned into gum. So trying to wipe off the shellac Osmo finish with the methyl hydrate is not a solution. So I'm going to carry on, and I'm actually going to complete this, putting more and more coats of Osmo on until it completely disappears. So the tip for today is don't use shellac to seal your wood under Osmo. It doesn't work. So I will in the future have 2 separate videos coming out. One on the building and the use of resin for my first attempt at it. And the second video will be a complete build on my whole entire bar unit. Hey, wait a minute. I did say this is Two Tip Tuesday, so here's your tip number 2. Always secure your panel to the bench whenever you're working on it. These Veritas bench jogs here, the clamping thingies, they work awesome. I love them. They're so quick, so slick, so wonderful to use. Now we're happening. New camera, troubles.
Focus on me, damn it. Focus on me.